Hello and welcome to my YouTube. In this YouTube, I'm going to show you how to add a style to your MIDI song on the Tyro's 5 keyboard. In this YouTube, I'll demonstrate how to play a style along with a MIDI song. The tempo of the style will automatically be set to the tempo being played in the MIDI song. I have to set the key the style plays in to match the key of the MIDI song using the transpose buttons on my keyboard. I still have to play all the style chords. I can also add in a main voice played with my right hand. So the MIDI song will play automatically, but I have to know the song. I have to play all of the chord changes as the MIDI song is playing. The result is my MIDI song is now much richer and fuller since I'm adding additional instruments into the song. My first task is to select a style that fits with the MIDI song. This is done through trial and error. So I play the MIDI song and I listen to it, and then I decide which style is going to go best with that MIDI song. And this could take 5 minutes, it could take 30 minutes. So I start by just playing the MIDI song on my Tyros as I listen to it. So I'm listening to the beat and the tempo. I'm listening to what instruments are in the MIDI song. Is this rock and roll? Is this hip hop? Is this country? That will help me begin to decide what kind of a style will I want to play along with this particular MIDI song. And so then I listen to several styles being played alone. Once I've heard the MIDI song and I have that in my mind, then I start auditioning the styles in my keyboard. And in the case of my Tyros, I have 538 of them to choose from. Finally, I play the style I've chosen along with the MIDI song to see how it fits together. In this video, I've chosen the song At the Hop, which was recorded by Danny and the Juniors way back in 1958. This was the #1 song on the Billboard Hit Parade in 1958 when I was a freshman in high school. There are 6 tracks or instruments playing in this MIDI song At the Hop. A piano, a bass, a saxophone, an organ, an ensemble, and an oboe. For the MIDI song At the Hop, I've chosen a Yamaha keyboard style called 60s Rock and Roll P.T550. Terrible name, but that's the name of the style. So, and it took me about 10 minutes of listening to several dozen styles to finally decide that this one fit in best with the song At the Hop. So let me show you what instruments this style has. Now, this is very intimidating and complicated looking. I'll try to make this simple. We are looking inside the style at the different instruments that make up this style. And there are 2 pages of instruments. This is page 1. This is page 2. I'll go back to page 1. So here you see the instruments. And on this page there are 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I get to select exactly what instrument is playing in each one of these 8 voices. So this is my choice. So I have drums, I have guitars and pianos and organs and basses. This row lets me decide which speaker does that instrument come out of. Does it come out of the middle, or does it come out of the left speaker like this one, or does it come out of the right speaker? So this is called panning. And what I do is I've spread out the instruments so it's a much wider, bigger sound. And finally, down on the bottom, I get to decide exactly how loud is each one of these instruments in the style. And as you see here, the organ is the loudest playing instrument in this particular style. So I choose the instruments, I choose which speakers they come out of, I choose how loud each one of those instruments is in the style. On page 2, I just have 2 drum sets. Okay? So, with the 60s rock and roll P.T550 style, I will be adding in 4 drum sets, 2 bass guitars, an electric piano, a rotary organ, 2 electric guitars, and a grand piano with my right hand. So this is what my screen looks like when I get it all set up. Here is the MIDI song at the hop, and here is the style 60s rock and roll. Now notice I can control how loud the MIDI song plays and how loud the style plays. And when I start demonstrating this at the end, I'm going to turn off the MIDI and turn off the style so you can hear exactly what is this style adding into the song. Okay? So instead of just 6 instruments, you'll hear 17 instruments playing in this song at the hop. Let's go live to the Tyro's 5 keyboard and listen to At the Hop as I play a style along with the MIDI song. So here I am at the Tyro's 5 keyboard, and I've already loaded in the MIDI song At the Hop. That's in my memory. And I've already selected the style 60s rock and roll. That'll be played by my left hand. My right hand is set up as a cocktail piano. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by just playing the MIDI song alone so you can hear what that sounds like. And then I'll stop it, back it up and start over, and then I will add in the style. So here's the MIDI song by itself at the hop. And remember, there are 6 instruments in this. So that was the MIDI song all by itself. Now I'll start it over, but now I will bring in the style. And then as it's playing, I will turn off the MIDI so you can hear the style, and then I'll turn off the style so you can just hear the MIDI. And I'll go back and forth a few times. So I want you to hear what is the style adding into this song. Okay? So here we go. I'll start off with the MIDI, but then I'll bring in the style. and that's At the Hop, MIDI with the 60s rock and roll style added in. I hope you found it interesting. For those of you that own this keyboard, I hope you found it helpful. If so, go find some MIDI songs, choose a style, and play along with them. Thanks for watching.